All right, guys. I want to thank Michael Toto for making that intro. And I don't know, Ray. I was telling you before, you can't seem to play an intro unless you have the fancy version of StreamYard. So I kind of went around a mountain there by presenting it as a share. So I want to, of course, welcome in everybody tonight, the 16th, show number 223. And I do want to say we got, I've been kind of thinking of doing some different shows or whatever, but the show tonight is all about the Sunrise Crew. And Ray, I know you watch it, I watch it, and so do a lot of people. And it's a big commitment. Of course, I know it started with different people and all, but the three people who do it basically the last couple years, or of course, it starts off with Rodney Bell. It goes over to Dennis Lovelady, and then goes a little bit west of me to Texas. And then, of course, I follow up with Drones and Coffee. But it's a big commitment, and it's a well-loved show in the mornings. And, of course, Dennis and Rodney actually do it on Saturday, and Rodney does his little show on Saturday mornings. So it's a big commitment. So I want to thank them for that. I do want to remind everybody the FPV Palooza is this weekend with Mike and Sergio up there in Elgin, Illinois.
Be a good time.
Yeah, so we hope that they, have a great turnout, and I'm not sure about the weather. I'll check anything up there. Let's see, got a great sticker pack tonight. #Sunrise, and I don't know, maybe about the quarter till we'll maybe pull for something for a surprise gift. But you got to be here. And when I pull your name, if you got to say something in the chat, so we'll give this away. Plus, maybe something else that'll be really cool.
Yep.
What else? Got a couple happy birthdays. Bill the drone reviewer. I think his birthday is actually today. Sammy Burns and Steve Carpenter coming up.
Happy birthday, guys.
Keep Captain Joe Merrick in your prayers. He's doing okay. Just talked to Joe a little bit. So he's doing good. Ray, we 269 days away from the South Florida drone meetup. I know it seems like a long time. But
I got my coffee mug right here. But I tell you, we got a great crowd. There's 84 people signed up already. The hotel, again, the Hampton Inn and Suites. The rooms are getting low already, guys. So if you're gonna come to the South Florida Drone Meetup, book the room, reserve it anyway.
Yeah, get that booked. And I know, of course, Minefield's coming up. They got the Northeast Drone Meetup. The Vegas meetup, so Mike and them have that in the central part there of the U.S. So a lot of drone meetups have kind of come in the last couple of years. So get out there if it's close to you, and get out there and have fun with the guys. I think the biggest fun is meeting everybody. I mean, the drones, of course, it's fun flying the drones, but I think everybody loves to see each other.
I got a new guy. I got a new guy hooked on drones today. My friend Mike Pitts, he's a detective I used to work with. And he finally pulled the plug after 2 years of prodding. He bought the Mini 4K on that Prime Day sale. So
great drone.
Flew with him. I taught him how to fly it down at the Mount Sinai Harbor. And unfortunately, he had an Android phone. And I don't understand Android phones.
So. Unfortunately, you better not let Lon hear you say
I know. Actually, I called Lon to try to help us, and he did help us a little bit. But Mike had 2 good flights, no crashes on his maiden flights, and he's gonna really enjoy drone flying with us. So
right. Well, Ray, let's say hello to some people, and let's get our guest in here because I don't want to make.
I think, according to my list,
looking at me funny.
Warren Agirasho, he might be number 1, I hope. And Dusty was right behind him, and we got Angel. Uh,
Angel.
how you doing? And Scotty, Jackrabbit FPV, good to see
Uh-oh.
you. And I know I saw Rodney. Rodney Bell's in the chat. How you doing? And we got Nick, FTFO Media. How you doing? How you doing, Nick? Thank you for your service, brother. Um, and we got Angie. Angie,
Angie,
she's in the
yeah.
chat,
Welcome,
watching all the
Angie.
way down in Texas. She in Texas,
Texas.
or
She's
where's
back
she
in
living
Texas.
now? I lost track of her.
She is back in Texas, as far as
Yeah,
I know.
that's what I thought. Yeah, and we got John Flynn, Flying Flynn Media. How you doing, John?
Mr. 3D print man himself there, John Flynn.
Yeah, yeah, and Joe Fotolia's watching down in Texas. How you doing,
Uh-oh.
Joe? Well, pretty soon he'll be watching in Tennessee.
Well, yeah, they took a vote and kicked Joe out of Texas.
Oh, is that
So
what happened?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I think they all got together. So
And we got Chris Hope in the back room. Hopefully he's enjoying the shrimp and lobster along with Dennis. But anyway, who else is in the chat? I see Rick, Buckeye Drones. How you doing, Rick? Good to see you.
got one of Rick's videos to play in a little while.
Number 21 on the South Florida drone meetup list. And now Scott's going to get all upset.
Oh, you got your buddy in here from New York there, Rob Kamada.
Oh, Rob's watching. Yeah, I was just talking to him a couple of minutes ago before I got in the back room. But anyway, how you doing, Rob? I got your ticket. You're all set.
Alan
Great.
Drones Views Media. Yeah.
And I saw Bob Casey. Big Bob's in the house. How you
Bob in the
doing?
house.
And Ron Johnson's watching. How you doing, Ron? And Alan, Drone Views Media is watching all the way in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and if I miss anybody's name, guys, I don't do it on purpose. You know
Yeah,
that.
guys, we appreciate you spending your Wednesday with us. And Ray, why don't you introduce the guests and let's get. I don't see Rodney in here yet, but Rodney's got the link. Rodney, if you have a problem, let me know.
Yeah. But anyway, we got a great show lined up tonight. And we got two guests in the back room. We're bringing them in both in together, right? Dennis Lovelady from Georgia and Chris Hope from Texas. How you doing, Chris?
To
Good,
move
man.
Dennis,
y'all,
Howdy, howdy.
how was
move
the
y'all.
shrimp and lobster? Good?
I
Well,
just
Chris
wasn't
got here first, but the
just wasn't
earthworms
enough.
that were there, those are strawberry flavored earthworms. Those were pretty good stuff.
Chris,
So,
Chris probably wanted something like, let me think, I don't know,
Barbecue. He wanted
fried
barbecue.
eggplant or something.
Something with beer in it.
Yeah. Beer battered eggplant, Chris. Beer battered fried eggplant.
A cup with beer in it. I'm good with anything.
All right. Oh, we got all right, let's
Yep,
Rodney is
yep.
in here and let's get Rodney Bell in here. Rodney, what's
hey,
up?
Rodney.
Hey,
Hey guys,
Rodney.
what's going on?
Hey, Rodney.
How's everything down in Virginia?
Hot,
Yeah, yeah,
hot. It's
yeah.
hot.
Yeah, well, thank y'all for coming on. And we I know we've done. I've had Paulie on. I've had Charlie on. Of course, I know, but you guys, or I say the last couple years, pretty much. I know Roz hadn't flown in a while. Of course, Paulie moved over to North Carolina, I believe.
Yeah, he's in
Uh,
Sneed's Ferry,
Charlie
North Carolina.
Charlie hadn't flew in a while, but you guys are rock steady there every Sunday morning, and it's easy just to I guess tune into it. But Rodney, I know you got to get up. Of course, you get up early anyway. But to set the drone up and set all the equipment up and to get it to work, I know sometimes whatever you use to stream is sometimes it gets aggravating the sound or this or that. Then Dennis, of course, Dennis follows up in Georgia, and of course he does the ukulele with the singing, which everybody enjoys, and then goes over to Texas, and Chris ends it as far as the sunrise, and then I'll follow up on Sunday mornings with drones and coffee. But I know Rodney, you also do it on Saturday, and so does Dennis, and
Right.
Right. Yeah.
you do your show. So tell us how did that, and I guess Rodney or Dennis or whoever. Tell us how this whole thing got started. How many years y'all been doing this total?
Well, I think it actually started around December, but it was 2018. And how it got started was that the, the atmosphere was different then, but Michael, Philly Drone Life, and Drone Bum and I all met up in Drone Bum's territory on Jones Beach in New York. And we spent the day together, had a great time. But during that visit, somebody, it wasn't me, somebody mentioned, wouldn't it be great if we watched the sunrise in New York and then we did it in Philadelphia and then in Georgia, and maybe we can get somebody west of us, and we really thought that sounded like a good idea. So we just started doing it about a month or so later. So, and that's what it was. And then other people, showed interest and became part of the team, or, sometimes part of the team, or, sometimes filling in. Like
Yeah, I
Scott,
know. I
Scott
know.
fills in for me often.
Yeah, Scott does fill in. Yeah, yeah,
And,
and
and
that's he tries to put a little spin on it there. So
well,
he
that's what I do, right? So we each have our. I think
I,
that's one of the things, we each have our own personalities that we throw into
absolutely.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
but
I was,
that's a general overview of how it started. Rodney came in pretty much when Michael decided he didn't want to be part of it anymore. That's right, isn't it, Rodney?
Yeah, well, I started. Michael came up with the idea of doing Saturday
That's
sunrise,
right. It used to be just Sundays.
and
That's true.
and then it was he started off. He started the sunrise off, and then I came in, and then Jim Boyd was after me, and then exploration obsession.
Les Fink.
Les Fink
okay. See,
was
I've
after
never seen that one
after
before.
after. Well, he had Les had some issues with his drone. He crashed one. He crashed a couple of them, and then he went. And the last one he crashed, he went to get the new one, and somebody stole it.
Yes.
And so he had to drop out, and then eventually Jim Boyd dropped out. And then, of course, on Saturdays after all the live streams was done, I started doing a live stream. It didn't have a name at the beginning, but I eventually came up with Saturday Morning Coffee with Rodney and Friends
Yeah,
because, of course, it started in the summer, so it was really early in the morning. So, and it's just carried on. And then I would fill in for Michael on Sundays sometimes. And then when he dropped out, I took his spot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's a. I know it's a big commitment. I know you do the shows, Rodney, and I know of course Captain Ray does the show. We do the show now every other week, and of course Chris. I know Chris, you get up early anyway, but I know you're a pretty well early riser. But I know you don't do it from your house most of the time. You go over to the boat launch, right? 90% of the time or so.
Probably
So
95% of the time.
yeah, so you're taking. I mean, you have to leave your house. You have to get up early. So and listen, you very seldom any of you guys very seldom cancel. Even because of the weather or something. Now and then, Chris will get some, but it's a big commitment. And I just want to tell you, I know I appreciate it, and so many people tune into it. You don't get the benefit of the West Coast viewers most of the time, except maybe Lance. Lance gets up real early,
Lance is there when Rodney starts.
and Jeremy too over in Vegas. So
Yeah.
that's a big segment of our community. People out that way. So
Yeah.
very early in the morning. So
It's
yeah.
true. Yeah. But
and
yeah,
Chris, would you fly the Phantom 4? Right,
Right. Still fly it today. Phantom.
that's your
I got,
drone of
I
choice
got two,
by that.
two Phantom 4s. I got the original 4, and then I got the Phantom 4 Pro. One, I guess it is. I can't remember.
Yeah,
The
the
first
V
one.
2.0. I think you got the V2.
V1, something like it.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
And Dennis, you do it with what do you do? The Mavic
the Mavic
3?
3 Pro.
Yeah.
Or Mavic 3, not Pro. The
And
original.
Rodney, what do you use, Rodney?
I use the Air 2, and sometimes every once in a great while I break out the Phantom 4 Pro, but most of the time I've been using the Air 2. But starting on Saturday, I'll be using an Air 3. Yes.
I have a
Yeah,
minor
I
emergency.
seen you doing some little tests in there, and it seems like it was working pretty good, right?
Yeah, this seems to work good. What'd you say, Dennis?
I have a minor emergency. I'll be back shortly. Sorry.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so starting Saturday, I'll be using the Air 3 S.
Rodney, and I'll ask both of you, what's the biggest I know is sometimes the sound or getting a video? I mean, what seems to be now and then when you have technical issues, is it more a prism type situation with what do you use to live stream?
Well, I use I live stream straight out of the DJI Fly app
Gotcha.
using
Okay.
the RTMP function. But my biggest issues is sometimes in the morning, for whatever reason, my cable company decides they want to go through and reset all the modems, and sometimes that happens. And here the past couple of months, I've been every now and then having some sound issues, and I haven't been able to figure that one out. But
Yeah.
but most of the time, it's internet issues.
Yeah.
Internet
And
issues. Yeah.
Chris, what about you?
It's the same. I do both. I used to do the RTMP all the time, uh,
Right.
but the cell phone service at the boat ramp got to where it was not great, and it's still not great. I even went and bought a booster and put it in my pickup, and it didn't help. So I use hell, you just said it. I can't even think of the name.
Prism. Use
I
Prism.
use Prism every Sunday, and it pretty much it works flawlessly. Sometimes the volume works, and sometimes the volume doesn't, and
Yeah. Hey,
you got to go
but
to another
Chris,
step to make it work.
even
Yeah.
StreamYard
Got to
now and
be
then,
flexible.
or use YouTube. I know, sometimes it's just, man, it's live. It's so it seems like, I know when you're trying to do something like that, sometimes you get frustrated. Yeah, I know even with StreamYard, they've changed so many things in the past few weeks. I could play an intro up to a week ago, and now you can't play an intro. So, but
Yeah.
well, unless you pay for it, that is, I guess, and they done went
Yep.
kind of crazy. But Dennis, I know, when Rodney goes to you, well, you do the ukulele, and tell us how that came about.
Oh gosh. Well, I also usually, and again, beginning this weekend, I hope I'll be flying drones again. But the way that came about was that I've always had a fancy for singing, and would you mind shutting that door, please? Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. I kind of would start singing under my breath when. But then I got less and less shy about it. I'm a very, very shy person. I truly am. I'm not as outgoing as you might think. Chris knows it's true.
It is true.
Uh, but anyway, I got over that. I got out of my comfort zone and was okay with that. But then I decided that my singing wasn't enough. I needed something else to fill in, because you're singing some song, then there's a bridge, right? There's something, there's this, there's that, and the song, if you're, there's this open space. I said I need to do something, and so I was into 3D printing. I'd just gotten into 3D printing before that. And so
Yeah.
I found a design for a 3D printed ukulele. I said, well, there's my answer. So I did that, and that's how it got started.
Well, Dennis, you also have a ukulele that Rick sent you, Rick Howard?
I do, but that was after I had
Started. Okay, gotcha.
started
Yeah.
doing that. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
So
Yeah, I remember when you printed that ukulele.
yeah,
Two pieces, wasn't it?
it was more than that. It was, I think, 3 pieces. I had the body. I still have it downstairs. If you'd like to see it, I can show you. But basically, it's much smaller than this. But the body I had
Right.
to split like this way, and then so
Interesting.
this is assembled and that's assembled to that, and then the neck, of course, was separate from that, and also the headstock was separate from the neck, and then I put a steel rod, an aluminum rod rather, in there to make it structurally sound. But
Dennis, how did you come across a ukulele, and I say instead of a guitar? Do you play a guitar also?
I did some research. I wanted the easy way out. I did, and
Yeah.
I really regret that I chose the ukulele, not because it's a great instrument, it truly is, and you can do some wonderful things with it. But now it feels really weird. I do have a guitar. I've had a guitar since before I started this,
Okay.
but I've
And you
never really
and
learned
you
to play it, and now the strings seem so close together. I try and try and try, and I can't make it
and you also
work.
played a harmonica.
I have a couple of harmonicas. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that uh, I didn't know anybody knew that I play the harmonica. To tell
Well,
you the truth,
Ray says he plays a harmonica. I mean, I never really heard him play.
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
no,
oh,
you.
let me get it out and play. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I
But
have. I
Oh,
have.
well, is that a kazoo that you also use?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's a
what you normally
kazoo.
hear.
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
play the harmonica a bit just for myself,
Yeah.
but I've never. My dad was very good with the harmonica.
Well, one thing I
So
got to say to you guys really is when I first joined this drone community, drone family, you guys are the guys I watched initially, and you guys made me feel so welcome. Really,
well,
every one of you. So thank you for that.
Well,
Really.
thank you, Ray.
well. We
Thank y'all for calling
Thank you, Ray.
Sheree.
in the time since then we've gotten to know you, and I don't know how anybody could not make you feel welcome. So
Joel, thank you. Yeah,
you bet.
and what's I think Dennis. Not that I say I think everybody that watches that Sunrise Crew, and of course you're singing. It doesn't. Sometimes they don't even fly drones. I mean, they're part of the drone community. But I've recommended you. I told some of my friends. I know a lot
Yeah.
of them won't. I got a guy Mike, and I mean I don't think he's in here right now, but he'll listen. But he's never chatted or anything. So
Right, right.
there's a lot of Barkley lurkers out there that really enjoy that. I
Yeah,
know my son-in-law's dad. I think I told Mr. Bob, and he lives up the road, and he's told me he's listened before. So it's y'all impact the community, and I know Dennis, you do it at the South Florida Drone Meetup. You do the sunrise, and you did it out in a parking lot there at the hotel,
Yeah.
and I know you had some guest singers there a couple times.
I
So
did, and I love when I
Hmm.
have people with me. I really
Yeah.
do. That's what it's all about.
You know the thing, Dennis, is you put out the request. You say you want requests, and I ask, and you always sing the songs that I request. So I think it's great. Thank you
well, I'll
so
tell you
much.
what, Ray. Why don't you request a song right now? We'll have Dennis
Yeah.
play a song.
Should we? It's up to Dennis what he wants to play. He
Dennis, will
might
you
have
play a
something lined
song?
up, but you know my favorite song, Dennis. My
I
girl.
do. I don't know if I can get through the bridge of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well, you pick whatever you want. Or Big
Big,
Al.
yeah,
You
Big Al. How
created that
about Big
song.
Al? Yeah.
yeah, I could. Okay, I can do Big Al. I think.
All right, let's hear Big
The,
Yeah.
Al.
the thing is, I have only one device in front of me, and in order to do this, I need my songbook to do it properly.
Yeah.
But this one I can do from memory. So,
All
and
right,
it's
sounds good.
Yeah.
flying drones again. Mel had this great idea that makes me grin. Take this song and change the words a bit, and then got a song about flying drones again. Flying drones again. Have to remember to fly against the wind. Wow. Or it will go too far, clear out of sight, and then I won't get to fly my drone again. Flying drones again. The most gorgeous sight you can ever imagine. Check the weather, friends. See if we can go out and indulge our passion. Attraction. Such adrenaline. When we are out flying our drones again. Amazon and UPS can take a swim. We just want to fly our drones again. Do 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 do.
Hmm.
Do 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 do. Flying drones again, the most gorgeous sight you could ever imagine. Check the weather, friends. See if we can go out and indulge our passion. Attraction. Flying drones again. Up in the air where life is calm again. Don't want to come back down until fun's done, and then we just want to fly our drones again. We just want to fly our drones again.
All
Hey,
right, yes,
There we
Dennis.
thank
go.
you, man. Thanks so much.
That
Very,
was pretty
very,
popular.
very cool. Very
I
nice.
had Alex's comment. You know, he had everybody appreciates what y'all do, and I mean, I know it's a big commitment, and you know, it definitely is. So let's get on the personal side, Chris.
Yes,
I
sir.
know you do some FPV, and tell us about your, you know, kind of what you've been doing lately. You've been flying in drones. I know you've been working a lot. Busy time of year for you, but what you got going?
I fly FPV. I flew 4 packs Sunday. It was a week ago here at the farm. Uh, I don't post a lot of FPV because I'm not one of those guys that can do like Rodney and the other guys, the flips and the crawls and the trolls. And I like doing what I do. And as far as camera drones, I've used the Mini 4 Pro that Rick gave me, Little Ricky, I call it. Uh,
Hmm.
Yeah, little Ricky.
Little
Yep.
Ricky. We had a little project when
Hey,
Ray's
Dominic.
South Florida meetup was going on, and
Yep.
I used it a lot for work. And I got a ton of video from work, and some stuff happened at work, and we got to use it to actually. It actually came in really handy. I can't really talk about what happened, but we had a crane get messed up, and we
Yeah.
actually flew it up there and looked at the shiv and the boom and the cabling and stuff like that, so they had a better hands on and seeing what's going on. But
Yeah, and Chris, I got one of your videos. I know you do some stuff. At this,
yeah,
I'm not this. This was a few weeks ago, I believe. So tell us about this video right here.
that's the Cayuga, Texas. Uh, that's the high school. They won't pass a bond. This is funny. They won't pass a bond to fix a school that's been there since the '70s, but they'll pass a bond to fix baseball fields, softball fields.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
So,
Right. Right.
but
Of
but
course.
that's the girls' softball field. It's got the artificial turf on the infield and
yeah,
a grass outfield, and it's just kind of a little progression video. Uh, it's people enjoy those because especially the locals. I can post it to a group there that's from there, and they like it. They get to see what their tax dollars go to.
yeah. I know. I'm always amazed by, of course, you know, being we've always all the states hear about the football fields in Texas and the baseball fields and the
Yep.
stadiums. And I know, you know, you. I think you did one of the new high schools, and
The
man,
Mount
looking
Hall
at
High School.
looking at that facility is like, man, I wouldn't even post our high school here. You
And
know?
I'm pretty Yeah, and I'm going to do a 1 year later video on that one. Probably this Sunday. I'll probably stop by there on the way home. It's on the way to the boat ramp, so uh, but it's 100% complete. All the construction trailers are gone, and it turned out to be a really nice school. And they've had 1 year in it now. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
but these kids get to enjoy these new ball fields. As a matter of fact, that ball field right there now is grass. I drove by it yesterday. It's all
Cool.
grass.
Yeah, well, that's I know you know that's it's fun. I know you have gotten in, you've been doing FPV for a while, Chris. Are you going to Manfield?
I will be at Minefield. That's the plan now. I'll leave Thursday and probably come home. Probably come home Monday.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Take me.
I know
Take me
y'all
50
enjoy
days.
that, and I know I was kind of looking forward to going. My son-in-law and I, but it's Bailey's 21st birthday, and it seems like that's the only weekend we can all get together, and so it's not going to happen this year. But
It's
they had
understandable. I
some the
get it.
week before, to some week after, but no. And I know Chris. Chris, you did FPV. You still do FPV, of course. And I know Charlie built you a drone. It's been a little
Well,
while ago.
I get.
So
I've had that drone probably close to at least almost a year, I guess now, and
right,
I call it the Hulk because it's green. It's got it's got
Nice.
it's got pink
Nice.
it's got pink blades on it now, but uh, it was green when he got it back to me, so I just named it the Hulk. But he built a good drone. If you want somebody to build you a drone, that chalk to Charlie Mafia.
and
Right.
Chris, you know, you mentioned something. I know you don't put up a lot of videos, but you know what? We learned how to spin up. We went a few years ago. Aldrin, you know, he said, don't be afraid to post your videos, and
That's right.
you know, you don't
Correct.
have to be a great editor, and just put up what you do. And I think that's something that we all do here. I know Rodney does. I'm gonna get to Rodney in a few minutes, but Rodney's gotten into FPV, and I look forward to his little videos he does at the church there. I enjoy them. And
Rodney's come a long way. He's
yeah,
quite the
but you know,
FPV pilot now.
I
That's
know
true.
you did the 2 minutes of hope, and I know we talked about it, and I know
We're
you've
still
been
going to do
busy,
it. I
but
just
I know you want to get back on
haven't
doing
got
that
to it yet.
segment, and you know that those were pretty interesting, and you had some really great 2 minutes of hope there through the years, you know.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that was always fun to do, and I'll do some more. and when things calm down in South Texas, they still got a TFR over all that stuff. I'll make a day trip down there and kind of give my 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 people, y'all, what happened. Uh,
Yeah.
there's still a
Gotcha.
hundred something people missing, and I'll be honest with you. If they find all of them, I'll be surprised.
And
Yeah.
Chris, another
Yeah,
thing,
I'd be
I
so too.
one thing you tell a story, you read from the
Right.
book on your live stream, and I appreciate that because I learn a lot about Texas from
Well,
you.
like I said in my live streams, that every 100 yards, Texas has a state historical mark. Texas, everything's bigger than Texas. Period. I don't care. That's just the nature of the beast. We got a town named Lovelady, Texas. Uh, I'm sure there's Bell County. Uh, I'm
Yeah,
sure I'm sure that Johnny's got something somewhere.
I think you read about Bell County that one time.
Yeah, I did read about Bell County, and I know there's
Mhm.
something about Ray. You know, you got Kelly.
Oh yeah,
We got
yeah,
Kelly Air Force Base down there in San Antonio. That's where Kelly Shores is named after, right? So
yeah.
you can.
yeah.
And I bought a book. I bought that book. I don't know. I keep it in the back seat of my pickup, and it's probably 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah. Well,
And
I appreciate
there's
all you
different
do,
things
Chris,
that
and we enjoy it.
people don't
I'm
know.
gonna jump over to Rodney Bell. Rodney, you know, of course, you've been doing it a long time, and man, it looks like you're really enjoying the FPV side of the drone world there.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's probably the one thing that I can go out and no matter how tense I get, I'm relaxed when I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun, and I got into that. I decided to get into it, and Rick Halber, and we all know Rick Halber. He sent me a drone to get me started, and it took me a year and a half to actually start it. But anyway, I've been doing it since October 8th, I think it was, of 2021, and I love it. Now, the
Right.
past few weeks, it's been raining a lot up here, so I haven't really been able to fly, but I do love flying FPV. It's so
Yeah,
much
let me.
fun.
I got one of your videos pulled up here, and
And,
Rodney,
and
is this where is this at here?
Oh, this is at the Monroe Bay Assembly of God Church. That's the church I attend, and we all that field there, all that land is belongs to the church, and our previous pastor had given me permission to fly there, and
nice.
it's such a great place to fly. It's where I learned to fly FPV, and you know, I just love flying there.
Yeah,
So
and Rodney, I mean, I know, of course, it's been a couple of years now, but you just kind of got out there in that field, and I mean, I know you talk to people, of course, in the community, and yeah, I'm sure you have people, egging you on, but you just kind of got out there and learned to fly by yourself, basically,
Right.
and
yeah,
you got it. I mean, it's
And
pretty
Rodney,
cool.
Rodney, you changed the name of your channel. Tell us about that. Why'd you do that?
well, I forget who it was. I think it was Charlie. I think it was Charlie actually. He called me Quadney Bell one day, and he got to change your name to Quadney Bell FPV, and he kept after me and kept after me, and I finally just decided to do it. There was other people calling me Quadney, so I
Yeah.
said, "What the heck? Why
It's
not just
appropriate.
change
It
the name?"
fits you
Yeah,
well.
it's appropriate.
So that hat I was wearing, that's a collector's item now.
It is. It is. And if you have the original Rodney Bell T-shirt, hang on to it.
Yeah,
Keep
I know.
it
It's going to be
good
worth a
because
lot of money someday.
it'll
I
be
have a
worth a lot
Rodney
of
Bell
money.
coffee mug.
Yeah, coffee
Yeah.
mugs
The,
too.
the tumbler. Yeah, that coffee mug.
So,
Yeah.
and I've got some stickers that I'm going to be giving out at Minefield, and of course I got
You
Mud
know,
ball.
Rodney, I got to say, when you sent me that package, I was like flabbergasted. I was shocked when I opened it. Really, it touched me. Thank you.
I do have a okay. I don't have any Quadney Bell sticker. I do have a Rodney Bell sticker here in this sticker
yeah,
pack. So,
and I'm going to send you some. In
yeah.
fact, I wasn't going to send you because I thought maybe you might show up at Minefield, but since you're not, I'll get some mailed out to you. And I've got to get more. I didn't order enough this time, and I wasn't thinking.
I'll tell you
But
what we're gonna do, Rodney. We're gonna give away this sticker pack, but in about 10 minutes, I'll tell you what we'll do. And I'm sure it's okay. We'll give away a Quadney Bell T-shirt. Uh, if that's
Nice,
okay.
nice.
That's okay with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you guys, you got to be in the chat. I'm not.
Oh, I'm putting in for this one.
We'll
And
probably do a
Aki
number
Russia
thing,
will say it's rigged.
or I got it in the stream, y'all. You can put hashtag sunrise, but when I pull, you got to acknowledge that you're here. Don't just put the hashtag sunrise and leave because you're not gonna get it. Of course,
Uh-oh, we got a
USA
pirate.
shipping.
We got a pirate
I'll,
in the chat.
I'll
How you
make the
doing, John?
shirt. I have Rodney's logo. I'll make the shirt in your size, and I'll get it right out in the mail to you. And of course, I don't. Rodney's got some surprises for the community, so I'm not going to take his thunder away there. So, but no, we'll be glad to do that, and I know Rodney doesn't mind. So hashtag
Yep.
sunrise. We'll pull for a sticker pack and
Nice.
a Quadney Bell T-shirt, and it is Quadney Bell. Now, Rodney, I did have your older logo, and I had made me a original Rodney Bell shirt too. So,
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine. Fine.
Buckeye Drones is in the Work's been
Hey,
here,
Rick.
but Bob Dempsey and Rodney. So I know do you fly? I know you, of course, you do the sunrise, you do FPV, but do you just do some camera drone for fun stuff, or do you not have time lately?
I haven't recently, but now that I got the Air 3S, I think I might start doing a little bit more.
Yeah,
I've never really been real good at that, but I think it's time. I'm getting to a point now where I might be able to retire within the next couple of years, so I'll need something to do besides flying FPV, which I love, but I got to gonna have to spread my wings. Of course, I
yeah.
may get a Part 107 as well.
Yeah,
So
you know what's
yeah,
happening in the community with all the FPV parts and there's a lot of price changes. So hey, hang on all your stuff, guys, right now. We'll see what happens with this. And I know stacks have went up and all of that stuff. But hey, it's hard to get O3 units, even harder to get O4 units. But hey, just hang tight and maybe something will happen. Dennis, so tell us about you. What do you do? Do you fly just for fun? Also, I know you do some.
Oh, yeah, sure. I actually have a Mini 4 that I also use, but
Okay.
the reason I don't live stream with that is that that's paired up with an RC2 controller, and you can't live stream with an RC2 controller.
Right.
Actually, there are ways to do that now. It's complicated, but anyway, I may do that at some point, but presently I just use the Mini 4. But I also have a Neo and a Flip, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but I more than anything, I use the Mini 4, I guess, because it's so darn convenient with the RC2
Marcus
controller.
Crawford, welcome.
And
Yeah,
and Dennis, I got to say thank you to you because you jumped on board right after last year's South Florida Drone Meetup ended, and you contacted me and you said, "I got something for the sixth annual South
Yeah,
Florida Drone Meetup."
yeah.
So why don't you tell everybody what it is?
I ran into a bargain actually. Now I don't remember why the bargain came about. This isn't to be confused with the fiasco that DJI made a mistake. But anyway, I did run
never.
across a good deal on a DJI Flip with an RC2 controller,
Right.
and
Yeah.
so I decided that would be a good thing to give away since I didn't need another Flip.
Great
So
Thank,
prize. Yeah.
thank you so
yeah,
much for that, Dennis.
my
Really, we
pleasure.
appreciate it. Along with your singing and entertaining us. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and this goes back to what you were saying about the commitment that Chris, and it's true, and Rodney and I put in. Like there's some truth to that, but we wouldn't do it if we didn't enjoy it. You
Yeah.
oh
know,
yeah, absolutely.
and the thing that makes it really great is you guys and the other people that are in the chats, because it's all about that conversation, if you will, right?
Yeah.
Even though it's not strictly a conversation, it works like one. So that's why I do it anyway, and I'm pretty sure that it's unanimous. But anyway,
Yeah, I mean, listen,
yeah,
you guys aren't. I mean, you're doing it because you enjoy it. I mean, and
right,
listen, you look forward to it because here's the deal. It's even doing a show. I know I've been doing a show now, but sometimes it's like, man, I got to do the show. But what y'all do is because it's different, and like you said, Dennis, it's very unique. It's unique with the way Rodney does it. Is unique what you do, and
right,
and listening to Chris, with the stories and
Right.
read the book. I mean, it's just it's something to look forward to. You know, it's like, man, my Sunday mornings. I look forward to it. I really do.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we each try to be entertaining. That's what it
Yeah.
is. So, yeah.
And Chris, I know Chris, you got the Avada, right? Have you been flying the Avada? Or not a
Yeah,
whole lot?
yeah, I fly. No, it's a cool little bird, man.
Yeah, it's
It's something else I haven't posted because it's trees, right? It's no structure here, but I got plans for it because I've flown it enough now. I don't. I got some stuff at work that would be cool to fly around, and as things calm down a little bit, I will take care of that.
yeah. Well, it's always Dennis. Do you have the Avada? Did you? Oh,
No,
you do not. Okay.
no. I just have the four that I mentioned.
And Rodney, what about you? Avada two? No.
I have the Avada 2 and
Oh,
the Air 2, the P4P, and believe it or not, I have a Spark.
That's
oh,
quite
you
a
still have
fleet,
it?
Rodney. Quite a fleet of drones.
It
Yeah, that's
is.
pretty. Yeah, I
Plus
love
a
it.
plethora of FPV drones.
I love.
As
Yeah,
part of
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Rodney, how many do you actually have that right now that are put together and fly FPV? That is.
I would say I have about FPV.
Now
I
your
have
wife might
about
be
nine.
listening.
I have about 9 of them.
Oh man, nah.
Yeah, actually it may even be more than that because I've got 6 of them right there. There's 6.
Yep.
Hey, you
I got one on the table waiting to be repaired. I've got 3 in the truck ready to fly, and I got one in the cabinet. So I think I got about 11 of them now that I think about
Chris, he may have more drones than Marcus Crawford.
it. Is
I
that
would
possible?
Maybe.
I would say
I
so.
doubt it, but yeah.
Yeah, Marcus is going to Best Buy getting $100 drones now and doing videos on them.
Yeah. Chris, have you built? You don't build, right? Or have you
You
built?
know what? Since we're talking, I'll give kudos to Mitch. He's the one that hung me up, man, and we built my first drone on his live stream. If y'all remember
Oh,
that,
is that right?
I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
remember
yeah.
Yeah, that's
that.
been
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
that's how got me started. Carlos and him and Carlos shamed me into it, so I bought it.
Yeah.
Uh, on Sunday nights, Mitch used to do a show on Sunday nights. He helped me.
That's
Uh,
right.
he helped me with all the thing that everybody hates. Rodney, you love it. I don't. Uh, all the computer programmer,
Beta
which is
flight.
Oh,
Beta
beta
Flight.
flight.
Yeah, he helped me with Beta Flight on his live stream, and I my first video was on Kelly's channel. 2 minutes of this, Kelly. So it was fun.
Yeah.
And then I commenced to lose it at Minefield because as I've learned, analog and digital don't go together. If you're flying analog and people power up digital, boom, you're going to lose your
You're
video.
done, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Got
lost
to
it,
have a lot of coordination when you're flying like that.
and I thought I did, but apparently I didn't.
Yeah. Let me
But
see. I think I got Dennis. I got a video. Let's see. You. This is when you went. Let's see.
Hey,
Right.
Kai, how you
This
doing?
is when you went to China.
Ah,
This was last year, Dennis.
I enjoyed these videos, Dennis.
this
I
was
really
last year.
did.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that was Dagwan. What is it? Dagwan. I can't remember, but anyway, it means big park.
Big park. Okay.
Yeah.
But look at the architecture, really.
I know. Look
Oh,
at
I,
that.
I
Wow.
love these kinds of things, and there are more around China than you might expect. Some of them are not original, but they're built to the original specs. So
Now,
like
China, flying in China is not that restrictive.
they are. It's very difficult to get the necessary. You end up with a QR code that you have to put on your drone, and
Oh, okay.
if you don't have access to a landline in China, then it's very difficult to obtain that.
Really?
I don't want to call
Yeah.
it a certificate. It's not a permit either, but it's proof that you have been through what you need to go through.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
if you're not a Chinese citizen, it's very difficult to do, and it took me months. But I
Okay.
did get it done. It
Yeah.
can be done. And now that I have that, renewal is not a problem at all. It
Yeah.
lasts for 4 years, and then I can renew. You know,
Very,
but
Yeah.
very neat. Yeah, that's some. That's
yeah.
some. I remember when you went. You stayed over there, Dennis,
Yeah.
a month. I think. Did you stay a month?
No, I was the plan was for me to stay 3 months, and I stayed just shy of that.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Right. Yeah.
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 You do a lot of traveling, Dennis. You got a trip coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, we're going to Banff
Yeah.
in
Hmm.
at the end of August, and the next big thing we'll probably do is go to Paris, and not just Paris, but that's the one that's on the tippy top of my wife's bucket list is
Oh
Paris.
wow.
Yeah, so but we'll probably see a lot of Europe, and
Michael Wright, welcome in.
I'd like to make that at least a month-long trip.
All right. Let me
But
see. I had Lance Cadena sent me a night. He was in, I think, Hawaii. I keep hitting the wrong button here. This name is
he
turning.
was just in Hawaii like
Lance does
last
a lot
week.
of flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lance. Let's see. He shot some beach surfers with the Avata 2.
You're right.
This is pretty neat.
Well, that's awesome.
That's really good camera work. Lance does a good job.
He does.
Lance is a
And
Neo. He is a Neo expert. He loves the Neo, but this is
he
with the
teaches
Avata 2.
kids too. He teaches high school kids to do
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
and
cool.
he gets up early, very early, to watch the stream
Yeah.
because
He
he's in what.
surprised me one day when he got up and at first it didn't really click, but I saw him in there and hey Lance, how you doing? And then about 5 minutes later I'm like, Lance,
Yeah,
it's
Lance
gotta
is.
be 3 o'clock in the morning there. What?
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, who would miss a Rodney Bell show just because it's 3 o'clock in the morning? You know.
Well, I don't know, you know.
This is some great flying, Lance. Really.
Plus, Rodney, he knows we're gonna talk about him, so he's got to listen. You know.
Well, yeah, of course. You know.
Hey, you know what? That's what's great about this community. You know, believe me, if you don't show up somewhere or you're not somewhere, you may get talked about. You know, believe it or not, Chris Hope. You know, people talk about Chris Hope now and then. You know,
I don't know why.
y'all know why I'm Chris.
I have no idea.
No,
Chris,
it's
Chris
because
Hope is one of the most well-respected guys in the drone community. No doubt about it, Chris.
Well, I
Where there's
appreciate it.
Chris, there is always hope.
I've just
we
been
gotta
around a
get we
while.
gotta get Chris to South Florida though, Ray.
I know. I keep telling him we don't pay people to come, Chris.
No, I know it's a busy time of year. It's kind of turnover there in the springtime, and I know Chris is. I understand. I mean, hey,
Well,
work
y'all
comes first. You know, work isn't a way of all this fun stuff that we do. You know.
I'll go ahead and tell you now, Ray, the same things I went through this April,
I know. It's a
I'm
bad time of the
sure
year.
I'm sure the same I'm 99% sure the same thing's gonna happen again this April.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's gonna happen because I put $1.5 million in my budget to do it.
This is Mr. Rick Williamson, and Rick surprised you one day, right, Chris?
Yeah, I had to pull the Ray Kelly card to keep him out of my truck, but he got on in anyway.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah,
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 Rick.
he's a traveling man, that Rick Williams.
that was a sweet surprise. It really
Is
Yeah,
was.
this one of Rick's
this
videos?
is Rick. Yeah, this is Buckeye Drones.
Oh, he does a good job at
He
this, man.
does.
It's
You
beautiful.
got I think he caught a little boat coming in here from the right. That he.
This
Yeah.
is cool. Now,
What is
where
this
where
place?
is this? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Where is it?
I don't know. Rick's in the chat. Where is this, Rick? Kai, welcome in, Kai. I know you've been here, but welcome in.
That's
This
a
is,
cool
fascinating
place
what's
to
the-
fly.
What's the title
Really?
say, Johnny?
Early morning, late. Well, Falls Lake. I don't know where that's at.
Falls Lake. I bet that's close to where he lives.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's North Carolina then.
I would
Yeah.
think so.
I know. Man, we went up to Birmingham to that Smith Lake district, and I got some great. I mean, those lakes are beautiful. You know, it wasn't. I'd say it wasn't as pretty as Lake Martin to me, but it was very nice. Man, look at that shot right there.
Yeah.
That's an excellent shot.
It is, and the timing was impeccable.
That's a
Somebody
skier.
Yeah, skiing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta watch Rick though. You know, he'll try to take your SD card out of your drone when you're not looking. You know, he'll use your video. You know.
Oh, North Carolina. Yeah, we're
So
all in
that's
North
what happened to
Carolina.
that SD card the other day.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you happen to see a familiar area, and he's got a drone video up. So just check, keep checking.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's still finding little baby ducks in his truck too. So
Mm-hmm.
no, but that's a great video. Let's see here. I think I had
That
one.
was a beautiful place.
Yeah, I saw that pop up. Let's see. This is Mr. John Flynn here.
Flying John Flynn.
Another great drone pilot. Puts out a lot of videos. Great videos.
Love the lighthouses. Yeah.
There's so much beauty in this world.
There is.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I like flying lighthouses. That's one of my favorite.
It's one of my
Places to
favorites
fly.
too. I really enjoy the Jupiter Lighthouse.
Yeah,
That's
Jupiter.
cool.
Yep, definitely.
I have yet to fly a lighthouse.
Wow. Yeah, you got to get out to a lighthouse, Rodney.
I'm going to try. I just wish we had some around here.
My longest drone shot ever.
How far are you from Solomon's, Rodney?
From who?
Solomon's? Oh, that's in Maryland. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Man, just
Yeah.
put your flashlight vertical and you'll have your lighthouse.
There you go. I can do that. I got a real bright one too I could use.
You could fly a tiny hawk around a rather large flashlight, and nobody would know the difference.
You're probably right, Dennis.
Yeah, lighthouse. It's funny though. Most drone videos at some point have a lot of water, near them. It seems like we fly over water a whole lot, don't we, guys?
We do.
Yeah, well, I don't know
flying
if
over
you,
water.
if you saw it earlier. I did a live stream with the Air 3, and I flew out, and I was almost over to Westmoreland Shores before I started losing signal. And I would never be able to do that with the Air 2.
Yeah.
So that Air 3S is really impressive.
Yes.
3D. Hey, there you go. Alex says 3D print a lighthouse, and then you can fly it over there, Rodney.
Yeah, I can do that. Actually, I think I'll look for one.
Yeah, that'll make a. Yeah, this is Mr. John Flynn, and
Good idea, Alex. Yep. 3D print them. Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's. I do want to. I'm not going to take but a few minutes, and you can watch the video. This came in today, the little mini V copter. So
Yeah, there you go, Johnny. Congratulations. I was waiting for you to whip
Congratulations.
that out.
anybody who ordered this, I mean, you should be getting an email pretty soon. This was a fly more combo, so I did fly it. I don't know, maybe 15 minutes total this afternoon. By the time I got it charged up, and I had some stuff at the cemetery, but it seemed to fly really good. I don't know, just I'll do some more flying and learn it. You got to learn the app and get all your parameters set up in the app and the return to home and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty neat. I will say it's pretty.
Does it
neat.
handle as good as the larger one, or not
I
really?
mean, it seemed to. I mean, it's not. I mean, hey guys, I wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't expect too much out of it as far as the video quality is pretty good. It's 4K. It's what else? It's a level 4, 18 miles an hour. It says the 12 megapixel camera. It's got night. It actually has a night mode.
Yeah.
Got the vertical. It's got
It
single
has a
shot.
night mode. That's
It does have a
interesting.
night mode. I'm not sure. I'll maybe try it tonight. 34 minutes. I'm not sure what you'll get. Probably in the mid 20s. The batteries. It comes with. Well, this was a fly more, so of course this is the battery. It's got a little charger. Charge it in about 40 minutes per battery. So it
Would you
doesn't
get
take very long.
two batteries or three?
3 batteries. Yeah.
Okay, 3. Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah. All right. Let me get this. Well, let's go ahead and give away a couple prizes here. Share screen. All right, guys. Hashtag sunrise. Let's give away the sticker pack. And if you won recently, you want to give it to somebody, let me know. I'll mail it to them. USA shipping only. And it's more than a sticker pack. It's got a couple coasters in here. It's got some buttons. Got a poker chip. What else? I don't know. We got the new sticker by Tom Dowling there. Got the new drones and coffee. Got It does have a Rodney Bell sticker. Chris, Chris, I think I may have one more of your sticker, and I think I do have a Chris Hope sticker in here. So,
I got some.
Good.
I got some more coming.
all right.
I'll be sending you more of mine too, John.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, Ray, I don't have any Captain Ray Kelly stickers, but we'll get some. And like I say, if you won recently, you want to give it to somebody, let me know. I'll get it right out in the mail to them. All right, this will be for the sticker pack. Here it
All right,
goes.
good luck. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, everyone.
I bet Warren says it's rigged, though.
Well, of course it's rigged.
They're always rigged.
Oh, look at this, Chris Hope. You get it.
Rigged.
Yeah, of course it's rigged.
Redo it, Johnny. Redo it.
Congratulations, Chris.
You sure,
No.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm positive. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Well, I'll get you.
wow. Somebody else
Listen,
going to get
guys.
a chance
Hey,
now.
listen, guys. If you want some stickers, I'm just saying, hit me up.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stickers, but we do this for fun. But here, let me draw again.
Yeah. It's fast. Let's pay it
Good luck.
forward,
Good
Johnny.
luck. Maybe Warren will win this one.
Buckeye drone.
Oh, Rick got it. Way to go,
Hey,
Rick.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
All right. Now,
Congratulations,
this will be for a Rodney Bell T-shirt, and I will make it to your size up to I think I have 2X. I don't have anything bigger than a 2X. So if you need something bigger than a 2X, go on a diet. No, I'm just saying. But I do have some medium, some large, some extra large, and some 2X, and I will make it to your size and get it in the mail to you.
Hey, before you do it, if somebody needs a 2X or a 3X, I think I have one of each.
Okay, well, I got some 2X shirts I'll make. Yeah.
Okay, well, if
not a
anybody
problem.
needs a 3X, I'll provide it, Johnny.
All righty, but we'll get it out to you, and this is for Rodney's new
All right,
logo.
here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. So Rick's got the stickers.
Hey,
That's
Jason.
Jason.
Way to go, Jason. Congratulations.
Jason Crowder, yeah, I'll get
Congratulations.
I'm sure
Congratulations, Jason.
Jason, we'll get that right out to you. All right, let me
Very,
stop
very,
there.
very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
hey, thanks.
It is.
That's fun.
It is,
Drawing
Warren.
for that. But
He slipped us
Yeah,
all a
see,
20 in the
Warren,
back.
rigged again, Warren says.
yeah, well, I am from Louisiana, Warren. We get to vote twice, and we all our governors go to jail after they finish their term. So I mean, what do you expect? I mean, that's the way it works here.
This is standard practice.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, I want to thank y'all so much, man. This was it's a show I've been looking
Yeah.
forward to, and putting you all together. And listen, I'm not to take anything away from Paulie and Charlie. And I know Roz has done it. Scotty Jackrabbit's filled in, and all the early people. But you guys right now are the show on Sunday mornings, and I just want to thank
And you
y'all.
can't forget drones and coffee too, Johnny, on Sunday morning.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
love doing
right.
the drones. The drones and coffee is just a little simple show in the mornings, and it's not like I was actually planning for this, believe it or not. But the drones and coffee is more kind of on the fly there. But we have a great time, and we get some we get a lot of people in, and of course it's because of these guys right here. They get up.
Exactly.
Watch.
Well, I can't speak for Chris or Dennis, but I consider you as part of the Sunrise crew. So
I do too. Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
hey, I appreciate it, but what you guys do, pulling the drones up and setting up and doing all that, and Dennis, I know, I know you enjoy it, but it is some work. But hey, I can tell. Hey, you know what? When people ask for songs, you'll learn them in a week or a couple weeks, and you come back and play it for them, and of course,
or more.
more, yeah. And or birthdays,
Yeah.
you'll sing happy birthdays to people, and
That's
look,
right.
it means a lot to the community. When you first come into this community and you're sitting down here in this chat, and it's not that when you get mentioned, and of course now I would say almost everybody in here has been on shows, and we've all met probably 95% of the people in here, and it's the meetups. Chris, fixing to go to Minefield and all. Rodney, are you going to Minefield?
I am.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna be leaving here on Thursday right after work, and I'll make a stop over Thursday night, and then head Friday morning. I'll head on and be at the hotel hopefully by noon.
All right. Well, Chris, I'm gonna let you go first. Get a chance to say your goodbyes here. Or...
Well, I'll just go ahead and just say this right off the bat. Thank you for having us. Number one. Number two, thank everybody that follows me around. I try to appease everybody and try to share what I know, and I do like making videos, and sunrises are fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're boring, sometimes they're interesting. So we appreciate you following us around. Thank y'all so
Yeah.
much.
Absolutely.
All right, Chris.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Chris.
Dennis.
Yeah. So echo. You know, we like I said, we just enjoy doing this stuff, and it's about the chat. It's about the people that are in there. You know, so part of the reason I like the request is that it doesn't force anything, but there is necessary interaction there. So
Right.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so I hope to keep doing this for a long, long time. You
Hmm.
Well,
know,
thank you,
don't have
Dennis, for
any
all you
plans to
do.
stop.
Rodney.
Yes.
Well, along with Chris and Dennis, thank you guys for joining us in the mornings. And like Dennis and Chris, I enjoy doing it. I've always enjoyed doing sunrises or watching sunrises, especially when I was in the Navy and at sea. And to me, there's nothing more beautiful than a sunrise or a sunset.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
uh, and just being able to do it for you guys, and you know, there's people that 5:30 in the morning I'm up getting ready, and there's usually at the minimum there's 10 people already
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
Your 5:30 is my 4:30.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
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 well that's true too. And so
I miss a lot of you. I miss a lot of you and Charlie. And Charlie doing that. It's tough, man, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I'll catch the majority of Rodney's, but sometimes I miss them again, and I did. But
well,
yeah,
But I'm
you
gonna
know,
see.
I understand if somebody, I get a lot of people say, "Oh man, I'm sorry I missed your live stream." I said, "Man, don't worry about it. I understand it, you know,
Oh,
in the
you a
summer
tail.
it's five
You a
thirty in the
tail.
morning."
You
Right.
So
told him. You told me. He said, "Go watch my live stream and like it.
Yeah.
Hit
yeah,
the thumbs
but
up." You're pretty
Chris,
forceful about it.
you're
You
an
with me, man.
exception to the rule.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he can talk to you like that, Chris. You know.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, look, I thank everybody so much, and can't play the intro, the ending video anymore just because of StreamYard. But hey, I'm just going to end it. Hey, thank you, Bill Thomas. I guess is going live about 30 minutes after this. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and everybody get out there and fly.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good
Everybody.
night, everybody.
Good
Good
night,
night.
Fly for
everybody.
Bye.
fun. Most importantly, fly safely.